Spider-Man 2 is one of my most anticipated games this year. It's coming out on October 20th, and I wanted to take a quick look at what the game has to offer. First off, it's a direct sequel to Miles Morales and PS4 Spider-Man, and on top of that, it's a game that's picking up, I want to say, a year or so after the events of Miles Morales. In this game, you'll have the opportunity to play as Miles and Peter, and that to me is actually very cool. It's a little cumbersome to switch between Spider-Man PS4 and Miles Morales when I want to play as both characters and just swing around New York. The fact that you'll have an opportunity to not only play as these characters, but to simultaneously switch and instantaneously at that between the two is pretty great. Reminds me of that feature in GTA where you could switch between the trinity of characters, and you can do the same thing here, albeit there's more complexity to what both characters offer. On top of that, one of the things that really has me excited for is the narrative. It seems to be going in a much darker story. I really like when Spider-Man just, tries to be edgy. It's super goofy and charming, and yeah, that's what I'm excited for. On top of that, you'll also have the opportunity to play as a symbiote suit for Peter. I really can't stress enough how much I love that Ultimate Spider-Man game that came out back on the original Xbox. That game just fucking kicked ass. On top of that, another thing too is Miles also seems to have a variety of new abilities, obviously it being a sequel, but it seems like he feels more comfortable in this role. When you play Spider-Man Miles Morales, he feels somewhat a little clunky. When you fight, at times he'll be nearly tripping on himself or just feels like he's inexperienced, and I really like that about that game. And looking at some of the animations for Spider-Man 2, it looks like he's clearly learning a little bit from Peter. On top of that, you'll also be able to have some interesting boss fights against Kraven the Hunter, the Lizard. As far as we know, Venom, we don't know if it's Eddie Brock or Flash Thompson. We don't know what version of Venom this is. Another more interesting thing as well, as we'll have an opportunity to potentially fight the Green Goblin. If you remember at the end of Spider-Man PS4, Harry Osborn is in this somewhat chamber of liquids. I don't know what the fuck you call it, like a bacta tank or some shit. But he's pretty much housed in there because his father is trying to find a cure for some type of disease, right? Norman is trying to save his son. So that to me is very intriguing, considering the fact that Spider-Man PS4 really handled its rogues really well. Like the fact that you get to fight the Vulture, Electro, on top of that you also get to fight Doc Ock, Mr. Negative, which apparently he'll return in this game, which is pretty exciting to see Miles handle him and just kind of duke it out with him. Yeah, outside of that, there's a lot more I guess we could discuss, but we don't know a whole lot of the game outside of it's the next gen game. It's not running on older hardware, or it's not sacrificing its visual performance to kind of match that to play on lower end PS4s. So that's great. This is a PS5 exclusive. Hopefully it remains a PS5 exclusive. Actually, no, that seems kind of stupid, so no, just I don't know. Outside of that too, one thing I really want to note is I was looking at the physical copies of the game, and there is a special edition, a collector's edition, that will feature a 19-inch Venom statue. Oh god, the fucking post they made the other day was really ridiculous, but there's a statue of this game, and it seems like a cool collector's edition, don't get me wrong, but the fact that it doesn't come with a physical game and instead comes with a digital copy kind of defeats the point of the overall experience. The fact that it even comes with a display case is just kind of silly. Like, that's just like adding salt to the wounds. It's like, at that point, you're just buying the merchandise. You're not really buying the game. I hate when you do this. It seems to be a fucking trend. Recently, Starfield did the same. So, I don't know. Handle that with a grain of salt, if you will. But yeah, outside of that, it's looking like a very interesting game. It's looking like something I think everybody is excited for. And come October 20th, I'll be playing it with the exclusive PS5 controller. I have the collector's edition PS5 controller that has the dark and red color scheme all around. It's a controller that I got, and yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. But yeah, outside of that, guys, let me know what you guys think down below. Also, make sure to check out my Armor Core video. And yeah, I'll see you folks in the next one. Adios.